Hello everyone, today we'll continue learning algorithms in Python and I'll write binary search using Python. In the last episode we created linear search and I explained big O in programming. But today we'll write binary search and I will explain that algorithm. So what are requirements of binary search? First of all, our array or list or iteratable should be sorted. In a linear search we can use any array, and in our case it was shuffled. But in binary search, our array must be sorted. And in the future, we'll write our own sorting algorithms, but for now, we can use sorted function provided by Python or a.sort. I won't explain the difference now, but I'll just write a equals sorted of a, and then print a, and you will see that my list is sorted by ascending order. Okay. And now let's write our sorting algorithm. So I will create def binary search, and I will pass again array and key. Then I'll write that array equals sorted and from array. Okay, now our array is sorted. Start equals 0 and equals when from array. So start and end, it's bounds or borders of our array in which we will look for our key. In the future you can pass, for example, start and then end, and you will use start equals start or starting bound. You can name your variable as you wish, and you will look for specific key in cropped array from start to end. But for now I will look for our object in the whole array, so I will pass start equals, so I won't pass any variable, and start equals to 0 and end equals to when from array. Okay, now I will create while start less or equals to end. So that condition means that our start and end variables will be, so we won't receive an index error, and that's all. Our start will be always lower than our end or equal to our end, and our end will be always bigger than our start, and we won't receive index error at all. That's all. Okay. Now I will create center variable which will represent. So now I will create center variable, and it equals to start plus n in parentheses, and we divide it by 2. Okay, now I will explain what center is. Okay, our start variable, it's the starting bound of our array, and ending, it's an end of our array. And in the first line of our binary search, we sorted our array. So I can write comment here, and for example, our array will be 0, 1, 2, 4, 8, 9. Okay, first of all, when our loop starts, our center equals to 2. Okay, and what I will do, so our center is 2, I can write 2 center, or in parentheses, our center equals to 2. And then what I will write, if center equals key, not center but array from center. So if 2 equals key, 2 is our center again. What I will do, I will simply return my center. And if array from center more than key, so key, for example, our key is 8. I'll write here key. For example, our 8 is our key, and if 2 is bigger than key, what we will do? And then our end will be assigned as center minus 1, and our array will be cropped at a half. So if, for example, 8 is not our key, and for example 0 is our key, what I will do? because our array is already sorted, we won't look at 2 at all. Because if 2 is bigger than our key, and in our case key is a 0, we won't look at 4, 8, and 9 because they are already bigger because our array is sorted. Okay, and we just simply remove all of that noise. And there is only 2 elements. And why center -1? Because if we want to write -1, our 2 will be in our array. And we don't need to hold that object because we have already compared it to our key. And it's not equals to our key and we don't need it at all. So center -1. Okay, and I'll add another elif, array center lower than key. Then we'll simply start equals center plus 1. So for example, our key is 9. Then we'll cut our array in half again, but for now we will cut the first half. So only 4, 8, and 9 will be in our array. And again, plus 1 because we don't need our center at all, because we have already compared it with our key, and it's not equals, then we don't need it. That's all. Okay, and now what I will do? And we should return -1, because as I said, many languages return -1 if they don't find an object in our array. And just to follow the rule, there is no rule, I think. Okay, just to show you, I will return -1 if our element is not in our array. That's all. Okay, and now let's write print binary search. I'll pass in array. I will create my own array. For example, 1, 0, -1, 10, 20, 30, and 45. And then I should pass an object which we'll look for in our array. So, for example, object 30. Okay, and let's run our code and we'll see if our array, it says that number 30 is located by index 5, but there is a problem in our code. Because I passed in shuffled or unsorted array, I can't actually see when or where our element is located, because array is getting sorted in our binary search. What I can do? I can do something like this. If sorted by array equals array, so if our array was already sorted, so if our array has already been sorted and everything works fine, I run our code. But if our sorted array not equals to our array, I will raise exception, so value error, because for example, if users passes unsorted array to our binary search and we will return an index of an object, it won't actually, for user, it won't be accurate, because in binary search we sorted our array. But if user passes sorted array to our binary search, then it will see an index of object in sorted array. And that's all. Okay, and what I will do now, I will create, for example, b equals to that array, then b equals sorted, or let's just write sorted from array. Okay, and then I'll write binary search, pass in b, and before binary search I will just print b, just to see the sorted array of that sequence. So it says -1, 0, okay, and our element 30 is located by index 5 according to our binary search. And let's have a look. -1, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and everything works fine. For example, if I run -1, it says 0, because -1 in sorted array is located on the index 0. Let's have a look at binary search and why we won't use linear search in bigger arrays. So in linear search, our big O is equals to O from n. So n, as I said, it's the length of our array. And in our binary search, what is our big O? We can say that big O is equals to O from n, because there is no for loop which runs through all of our elements in our array. Okay, but what is big O in binary search? Let's have a look. With every iteration of our loop, what we do? We cut our array by half. And that means that with every iteration of our loop, our array is getting smaller. And in binary search, big O is equals to log from n. So it's a logarithmic big O, and that's much more faster than just O from n, because a logarithm is always smaller than just a number of. And that's basically all about binary search. But now I want to test if our array is not sorted. So array equals 200, and then if our array is not sorted, binary search should return or raise an exception, code value error, and we can pass, for example, array should or array must be sorted, and then our array is not sorted yet, and I write binary search from array, and let's run our code, and if our code works fine, we'll get an exception. Yeah, everything works fine. Oh no, I forgot to pass some key. So let's, yeah, array must be sorted. Okay, everything works fine, and now what I want to do is sorted array, and we'll test if our element is not located in our array. For example, 5. We didn't have 5 in array list, and we should get -1. And of course, I should print binary search. Okay, yeah, we receive -1. So that's basically all about binary search algorithm. Yeah, that's all. In Python, binary search is provided with module called bisect, but as for me, I don't use it too much. Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't used it anywhere, because in Python we have just for example array.index, and that works really fast. But when we talk about algorithms, linear search is a lot more slower than binary search, and we can look at big O of binary search and of linear search, and we'll prove our theory. Okay, and that's all. Good luck.